want you to start by finding somewhere comfortable to sit. Doesn't need to be cross-legged. You can have your legs out in front of you. You could even be sat on the edge of your bed if you needed to. Just somewhere that you can find that little bit of length through your spine. Bring your hands down to rest on your lap or by your knees. Maybe close the eyes, roll the shoulders back. Take a nice big deep breath in. And then sigh all the way out. I'm just going to set my timer for 10 minutes so we don't go over. And I want you to do 2 more breaths like that. Nice big deep breath in. And out. Think about how you're feeling. So if you're doing this first thing in the morning, do you feel a little bit fuzzy? That kind of early morning feeling lingering in the body. We're going to take that into account and hopefully try and burn some of that off. We'll just start by ever so slowly tucking your chin down towards your chest. And feeling that stretch coming all the way through the back of the neck, across the back of the shoulders. If it feels okay, just easing the head a little from left to right. Just trying to wake up. So we're going to work from the top of the head down this morning. A little bit of a system to it. And then dropping the head back into the center. If it feels okay, we're going to interlace the fingers, take them to the back of the head, elbows out wide. Breathing in, open all the way up. Exhale, fold it forward. Everything feels a bit stiff this morning. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, open the elbows. Exhale, drop it forwards again. So hopefully with each breath, that movement increases ever so slightly. You're slowly kind of oiling all of the joints, getting everything moving. Do 1 more for me. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Dropping it forwards, coming all the way up. You're going to take your right hand down to your side, leave that left hand behind the head, and then as you breathe in, take a little stretch out to the side. Exhale, back up. 2 more on this side. Big breath in. And out. And swapping sides again. Big breath in, so really stretching from the underneath of the armpit all the way down through the side of the ribs towards the hip. 2 more. Exhale, try and find a range of stretch that feels really good. And back up, roll the shoulders again for me. Maybe take a little flex through the chest and the upper body. Okay, I'm gonna stretch those legs out for me now. So coming down to sit on your bottom if you're not there already. Taking the feet slightly wider than hip width apart, resting the weight back on the hands, however it feels good. Nice big deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, slowly drop the knees over. Inhale up, and then over again to the other side. There's that slight kind of creaking, clicking, maybe a pop or 2 from the hip. I just think the hips and the lower back are the bit that takes the longest to warm up and get moving in the morning. So this hopefully just bringing a little bit of ease, a little bit of stretch. Some of that gentle morning mobility. Now, if it feels okay and you want to add a little bit more, next time you drop them over to the right, leaning forwards, bringing that little bit of kind of movement through to the upper body as well. Just shifting the weight around. Easing. Smiling and remembering to breathe. There's so much to this. Okay, we're going to go once more over to the right. So as you come over this time, take a big breath in, stretch that arm all the way up. Exhale, another little bend over to the side. Oh, coming all the way back up. Same thing, opposite side, over. Once you're comfortable, breathe in, stretch that arm up, and then take that lovely little side bend before coming all the way back up. Now you're going to spin your legs underneath you as we come up to all 4. So we've worked a little bit through the shoulders, a little bit through the waist, through the hips there. Now we're going to come into that spine through the center. So coming up to all 4s, breathing in, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back ever so slightly, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine, tuck the chin underneath. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. If you don't have the space, or perhaps you're not ready to put any weight through the wrists and the arms, you can take this seated as well. It's just that spinal extension and flexion. Those familiar cat-cow poses. I want you to imagine your spine is a little bit like a slinky, and so you're moving it from the tailbone all the way out through the rib cage, right the way up to the crown of the head. And one more. Then we're going to take a step forward with the hands. Now we're going to take the same movement, but it's ever so slightly elongated, so it comes a little bit more of an oval shape. So as you breathe in, kind of scooping forwards, exhale, push back towards the hips. Inhale, dip, scooping forwards, exhale, pressing back, rounding through. 3 more like that. Now the best thing with this movement is not really to think about it too much. But if you start to think about it or you overthink it, that's when you tend to lose your rhythm. 1 more. And this time, take the knees wide, toes together, press the hips back as far as you comfortably can, stacking the hands under the forehead or leaving the arms outstretched, coming back into child's pose. Taking a breath or two here and just thinking about that broadening through the back of the body. So really breathing deeply into the back of the lungs, feeling that stretch out through the back of the hips, that lower back area. 2 or 3 big deep breaths here. And then we're going to stretch the hands forward. Going to wiggle all the way down to lay on your tummy. And then we need to think about just tucking the elbows in underneath the shoulders. So you've got a little bit of a back bend here, but it's supported. If this feels pinchy or uncomfortable, slide the hands forward so you're lessening that back bend off. Gaze is down towards the mat. And then as you breathe in, roll the shoulders back and lift the gaze just up and out in front of you. Exhale. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Oh, 1 more like that, I should say. If it feels okay, we're going to add a little bit of strengthening in here. So as you breathe in, I want you to squeeze one of your bum cheeks, squeeze through the back and lift just 1 leg at a time. Exhale. Lower it down, take it over to the opposite side. Inhale, squeeze and engage all the way through the back of the body. Exhale, lower down. We're going to go once more either side. So you're really recruiting all of those muscles at the back of the body, getting the blood flowing through them, waking everything up. 1 more, breathing in, lift the gaze, lift the leg. Exhale, lower it back down. Slowly slide the hands back in underneath you. Gently lift yourself back up to all fours. Take 3 more rounds of that cat-cow movement for me. Inhale, dip the belly, round the spine on the exhale. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. And 1 more. Now, if that movement feels good, if that feels like it's the best movement for you today, I want you to stick with that cat-cow. Otherwise, we're going to have a little stretch out through downward facing dog. You're going to tuck the toes, press the hips back towards the heels so the knees lift, and then send them all the way up to the sky. Really don't want you to worry about your form here. What I want you to think about is getting that nice stretch out through the spine and through the backs of the legs. So gaze is back at the feet, hips are lifting nice and high, and it's like you're trying to press your chest back towards the legs. You're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. You can pedal the legs out, wiggle around as much as you need to. Again, just stretching out the whole of the back of the body. Exhale, lower back down onto the knees and bring yourself back to sitting somewhere comfortably. So exactly where we started. Take the hands out to either side. You rest them on the knees if you prefer, but I want you to think about taking them down to either side, and they're almost like the guy ropes on a tent. So you're going to plug your fingers into the mat, roll the shoulders back, lift the spine up nice and tall. Close the eyes or just softly focus on the ground in front of you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. 2 more. last one. Now, if you have the time, I would set your timer for a couple of minutes, just sit here quietly, let that practice kind of settle in the body. If it's a Friday morning and you're busy and you've got places to be, we're going to take one big nice deep breath all the way in, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hands come back down, have that little roll and flex through the shoulders, and you're done. You've got it done. That was 10 minutes of movement, and I'm proud of you for getting it done this morning.